It's time to report for duty. You already know who it is. My name is Robin. I am the retired United States Marine Corps First Sergeant. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Coming to us from CryptoBriefing.com. Iran to charge service fees for ships in the Strait of Hormuz with Bitcoin payments and friendly nation discounts. Tehran's new maritime fee structure introduces crypto-settled insurance and preferential rates for allied nations, adding fresh uncertainty to global shipping and oil markets. You heard it. Iran plans to start charging commercial vessels for transiting the Strait of Hormuz once a 60-day free passage window expires, a move that has already drawn pushback from Washington and could ripple through global oil and shipping markets. Tehran is simultaneously rolling out a Bitcoin-settled insurance platform for ships making the passage. Interesting. So what is actually happening, you may ask? The backdrop here is a U.S.-Iran Memorandum of Understanding struck in mid-June 2026 that guaranteed toll-free commercial transit through the Strait of Hormuz for 60 days. That window is set to close around mid-August, and that's where things are going to get complicated. So we all remember when the president, was boasting about the peace deal with Iran, etc., and that we would get, be going through the Strait of Hormuz for free. Well, it seems, or at least they were implicating that, but it seems like now that we know more details here, it is only for 60 days that the United States and I guess everybody else was only able to travel through the Strait of Hormuz for free. So after that 60 days is when things are going to get hairy. So let's continue. Iran went ahead and established what they refer to as the Persian Gulf Strait Authority back in May 2026, which specifically is created to oversee safe passage permits and collect service fees tied to navigation and environmental measures. It says the Iranian foreign minister has been careful to label these as maritime service fees rather than tolls, which distinction matters under the international maritime law. So you see they're making sure that they dot their I's and cross their T's and call this the right things so they can charge and add these fees. Washington has rejected the proposal fee structure outright, arguing it could disrupt established international shipping norms. Roughly 20% of the entire world's oil supply, passes through the Strait of Hormuz on any given day. Shipping giant Maersk has voiced concerns that Iran's fee structure could set a harmful precedent for international shipping. Now, I do agree with that because if Iran gets to start charging for shipping fees, what's preventing other countries from charging for shipping fees as well? Now, what is going on with the crypto angle, you may ask? Let's jump into it. In May 2026, Iran introduced something called Hormuz Safe, a platform that allows Bitcoin-settled, verifiable insurance policies for vessels transiting the strait with premiums paid in BTC rather than through traditional banking channels. Why is that, you may ask? We're going to find out. Reports from earlier in 2026 indicated that IRGC-linked entities were already accepting stablecoins or passage safe permits, with fees starting at approximately $1 per barrel for oil shipments. The Hormuz Safe platform appears to formalize and expand what was already happening in less transparent ways. So this is why. It says Iran has spent years under heavy financial sanctions that cut it off from the SWIFT banking network and more Western financial infrastructure. Crypto, in turn, particularly Bitcoin and dollar-pegged stablecoins, offer a way to collect payments without needing access to correspondent banking relationships that sanctions have severed. So Iran has obviously been sitting here long enough thinking about this and say, you know what, why not use Bitcoin? Why not use some kind of crypto? Because there we don't have to go and deal with the banking structures that have already cut us off. And if we do a deal with crypto, we're just dealing with BTC or stable coins, and therefore we can get paid that way. So what does that mean for the markets? Oil on the side, the introduction of service fees could generate upward pressure for global crude and shipping costs once the free transit period expires in August 2026. So this is going to be interesting to see how this whole thing shakes out. I did do a post earlier stating that the gas prices will potentially go back up if as a result of the resurgence from the U.S.-Iran conflict. So this is going to be interesting, and let me add this little tidbit here just to add some more color so everybody knows what we are up against here. So it actually says that reports indicate fees could start at $1 per barrel, which we already mentioned, but here's the caveat: for oil shipments with larger tankers potentially paying $2 million per transit. And here's the thing: if you want to know, well, how much money could they actually make if they were charging this? Don't worry, I have that answer as well. So if we look at it, 20% of the entire world's oil is going through the Strait of Hormuz. So how much revenue is that as as we're thinking about it? So this is how much reports is saying that Iran can make. A fully operational toll could generate $20 million per day based on pre-war traffic. That is what the reports are saying. So Iran has said, you know what? You all have been sanctioning us for years. We done fucking with you like that. We're going to get our money back some kind of a way, and we're going to do it by charging for the Strait of Hormuz traffic. So this is going to be very hairy. We'll see where this goes. I'll put the link to this article in the description of this video. My name is Robin. I'm your retired Marine Corps First Sergeant for Veteran News and Highlights. I hope to see you in the next video.